Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview, this time covering VCT Americas KICKOFF 2025. For this occasion, I'm here accompanied by tuyz of Loud, coming off of a match against KRU Esports where they lost to said team to thus get eliminated from said competition. So tuyz, thank you so much for giving me a chance to do this interview. I do understand that it's pretty tough to do this after getting eliminated from kickoff, but such is the case. Nevertheless, I gotta ask you first and foremost, what's going through your mind after coming off of that series?
I think we just have to practice more because I think we made some mistakes that normally we don't make, and in that match we made some like crucial decisions that was kind of bad, and it was that bad result, you know. But I trust that we just have to rebuild the rebuild some things and focus and train more.
I mean, since you said it right then and there, like, what kind of decisions did you feel like the team made that kind of like affected uh the result? If there's one decision that you look back on and say like, okay, this is kind of what caused us to lose. What would that one thing be?
I think we made maybe we had some like exactly calls that we have, and that call sometimes we are making some mistakes that was costing the round, you know. So I think we just maybe forgot, or in my case I made some mistakes as well, and it was costing the round. For example, they were making like a lot of streaks, so that streaks maybe make the snowball, so it's kind of hard to come back. And they made a pretty good job as well. So I don't know, it was kind of that mistakes, you know.
I mean, definitely. I mean, was a much different result compared to like the first time Loud and Crew faced together. The first time happened like 2 weeks ago, and then you guys came out on top on that one. I mean, you kind of mentioned right then and there about facing Crew. What do you feel was the biggest challenge that Crew, your opponent, showed to you guys that made it even more difficult to win?
I think they were pretty confident. They were picking and making a lot of kills, and they were confident. They played yesterday, they made super good job, and today they came super on fire and they made super good job. And I think their tactics were super good. The anti-tactic was super good. And I think we are kind of cold as well. And they made a good job. We have to say congratulations to them as well because it was super good job.
I mean, like I think the biggest like the biggest significance or a symbol of the change of form can best be shown in Haven, in which first match you guys won, but then in the second match, which was today, they won. And focusing on just Haven, what do you feel changed the most from just having to face off against crew in that map specifically?
To be honest, I think in both maps, like the oldest one and today, I think we made pretty good job on city side. We made super good defense. Maybe some specific rounds we made like big, not big, but small mistakes that cost the round. But I think both city in both maps was good. I think we have to be happy because of this, because it's a hard side in the map. I think the Haven Super T side, and unfortunately, our T side and the old the other map was kind of bad as well. Like the map we won, I think our T side was not that good, and unfortunately, we made some mistakes in T side today that cost a lot of rounds, and we could we couldn't win. You know.
Mhm. I mean, at the end of the day, you guys are eliminated, finishing top six in VCT Americas Kickoff. I mean, on one hand, it's pretty tough for you guys to, absorb this and try to move on to stage one. But on the other hand, it's like a massive improvement compared to what you guys experienced in stage two last year, in which you guys didn't even make playoffs.
Mhm.
And and you compare that to now, in which there's a brand new team, you're surrounded by new teammates. um, what do you feel like um, changed the most for this team, from end of last season up until now? Because like not many people kind of expected you guys to do well in kickoff, because you guys are such a brand new team and you don't have like the likes of Sadak and Les on loud anymore. So still, what do you feel was the biggest changes that affected the team, from last year to this year?
The last year we had different base, so the game style was kind of different. So we had to adapt for this year. So we are still adapting. We are still making like we are having a lot of experience. So for me, that tournament was super good for us. We can take a lot of experience. You can watch our VODs and see the mistakes to be better for the next game. Because anyways, we are a new team, so it's normal to make some mistakes, and we just have to grind and try to build a good base. And we're not gonna make this maybe these mistakes in the future.
Although I do say this question, literally moments after you guys finished that match against Crew, I mean, still, like, do you walk away from your experience in kickoff like very sad that you guys weren't able to continue and qualify for Masters of Bangkok, or are you more happy just because you showed a lot of progress and a lot of improvement from stage two last year?
Mm. I'm sad because we lost, but I have to try to take some good things from this. So I think if you try to, for example, I'm in a new role, so I had like not a lot of experience in that role. So for me, that competition super important for me, and I'm sure for the next one I'm gonna be better, and our team gonna be better. So for me, it was super important, that tournament.
Hmm. I mean, you kind of mentioned right then and there, you switched to Sentinel, and I mean, still, like, we're at the very beginning of the year, so there's plenty a lot more time to get more experience, playing those Sentinel agents. But still, nevertheless, how do you view your transition to the Sentinel role? Do you feel like you're now 100% comfortable in your new role?
I think still not, because I need to play more tournaments. I think in practice is kind of different than competition. Competition, for example, since the first match, I see that I improved a lot, because the first match you are trying to take things from practice to the tournament, and you are not that too much confident, and you are trying to build that confidence. So for me, playing and playing, it's building more confidence and more confidence. So I have just to play and play.
Hmm. At the end of the day, now that you are looking ahead to stage one and you have like 2 months of rest from now until next stage, what do you feel is like the thing that you want to improve upon the most, not only for yourself but for the rest of your team?
I don't have a specific thing. I think more in general. I think we have to understand each other more, and I think we are making a good job, and we just have to keep making and keep practicing.
Hmm. On the scale of 1 to 10, where do you rate Loud right now after the end of your kickoff run, and why?
Mm, for example, today I think we showed, I don't know, 4. But I think our game we can show even 9 or more, because I think we are in a good way.
Mhm. One more question before I finish this interview. I mean, now looking at you nowadays, tuyz, it's very different compared to when you first walked into Loud, because like back in the start of 2023, many people were looking at you and like Kawanzin as like the rookies of Loud, having to replace the likes of Sasi and Pankata, world champions. But then from that point on, you guys were able to mature so quickly and become great players. in your own right. And so, I mean, how did you kind of? Oh, and also on top of that, now you are in a position where like you are like the veteran of Loud, and you are welcoming new teammates into your team. And so, how have you viewed your maturity and your like development of like mentality given your experience nowadays? You know, how do you view your just your transition from being like a rookie to like an established member of this team?
Yeah, I think I'm better than before. I think I still have open mind to learn other things from, for example, the new players, Vinny, DG. They have a lot of things, so they are teaching me their past experience. So for me, it's super nice to keep learning and learning. But I think I'm kind of mature now, and I try to give my experience that I had in the last team or the 2023 team, you know. So we are always like sharing our experience and that thing. But I think I improved a lot about mature.
For sure, definitely do appreciate the insight that you're giving me for this interview and all the answers that you have given me as well. So that's it. I'm gonna have to wrap up the interview right here. Tui, thank you so much for giving me a
Thank you.
chance to do this interview. Very surprised that you've been able to learn English and improve so much
Thank you so
for this
much.
conversation. Really do appreciate that. The translator next to you is giving the claps. I thought we were going to use a translator, but unfortunately, he's not going to show himself. Oh, he is going to show his thumb right here, so you just show that thumb. There you go. Thank you so much, translator. Thank you so much, Tweez, for the interview once again, and best of luck goes to you in stage one.
Thank you. Have a good night.